First of all, I want to start the video by saying that I'm a Star fan, and there's nothing I want more in this series related to Pavin than to see Star and Marco together as a couple. But there have been really some issues that throughout the series have been bothering me and that show that Marco really doesn't deserve Star's love. Let's say why. One of the reasons of why I think Marco doesn't deserve Star's love is that he hasn't really done anything for her to fall in love with him. I'll explain. When Marco met Star for the first time, he wasn't exactly happy that she'd be living with him, due to some kind of weird personality she had, but with time and a little bit of fighting monsters, he felt that it would be fun to be around her. It's in this point where Star and Marco become friends. Now, I want to be clear with this. They just became friends. As the story moves on, we see that Marco and Star have a lot of experiences together, but just as friends. And it's only when Tom appears in the story that Marco starts worrying about Star in regards of her romantic life. Now, I'm not saying that he's jealous or something, so let's take a look to another point. Marco doesn't do much of a thing for girls to like him. We just have to look at how he started his relationship with Jackie to see what kind of boyfriend he is. The only useful thing that he did to get closer to Jackie was to invite her to hang out on a Friday night. However, let's look at how the relationship developed after that. The next thing that happens in their relationship is Jackie inviting Marco to the dance of their high school. So she's the one who's making the progress here, and I don't think there's something wrong with a girl inviting a boy to a dance. I just want to highlight the fact that Marco wasn't brave enough to ask her, or even worse, he didn't even think about her in regard of the dance because he initially was going to the dance with the Star. Next, what happens is that after realizing that the dance was completely awful, Jackie invites Marco directly on a date. Again, he's not the one making the progress here, and even worse, he's completely unsure of himself, as if he didn't think he deserved Jackie at all. If you compare this attitude of Marco with Tom, you'll see some differences. First, Tom from the beginning was trying to get Star to date him, and I know that he might be very annoying and that he gets angry out of nothing, but I personally think that Tom deserves some credit for going straight forward to what he wants. I mean, he doesn't have any doubt in what he wants, and he's always trying to get progress with Star, even if the situation is bad for him. Contrary to that, Marco is always unsure of what he wants and doesn't even have enough self-confidence to make progress in a relationship. Now, this is the important part. Marco really has a very big problem in knowing what he wants and how he feels. We just need to watch the episode Star Crushed to see this.
Marco! Loud.
Star?
Marco, we need to talk. Just one last time.
Is everything okay? You shouted pretty loud. Everybody's just staring at us.
Yeah, I know. But some stuff just came up, and I've only got a little time.
Wait, why? We got the entire summer.
Marco, I don't know how to tell you this because you're my best friend.
Star?
And that makes this super weird because...
What's wrong?
Because I do have a crush on you.
Oh, who called it? I called it! Boom! I called it.
I didn't want to admit it because I know you don't feel the same way. And I thought if I just pretended the feelings weren't there, they'd go away. But they haven't. I have to leave Earth, probably forever, and I couldn't go without telling you the truth.
Goodbye!
Goodbye, everyone!
Star! What do you mean? Star?
Did you see it? Just in case you didn't, I'm going to repeat it. Wait, is that the way to respond to someone who just confessed to you? I mean, she wasn't someone who's unknown for Marco. She's a Star, his best friend, and he couldn't even give her an appropriate response. He was, as always, too confused, too undecided, and most importantly, he didn't know exactly what he felt for Star at that moment. Now, let's take a look at how Tom reacted to Star when he thought she was in love with Marco.
Flower! Let's see how delicate a flower you are! Get over here!
Unbelievable! Oh, no. You do not get to make sad eyes at me. This is your fault. Look, I still don't want to date you. I have been through a lot lately, and what I really need is a friend. But all you want to do is play your little childish games.
games?
Oh, don't act all innocent, you club snubber.
What? Star, I was there on song day. I know. You're with Marco now.
Oh, bury it. That song is gonna haunt me for the rest of my life.
No, it was a huge wake-up call. I finally realized you're not into me. So, during the dance, I wanted to do the right thing and give you space. If you'd asked to dance, I totally would have, but I wanted it to be your choice.
Okay, first of all, me and Marco, not a thing.
Really?
Hey, not the point. Second of all, giving me space doesn't mean pretending I don't exist. That's just rude.
I was just trying to do the right thing.
So what happened here is that during the dance of the Silver Bell Ball, Tom kept himself away from Star. In fact, he kind of ignored her by dancing with every girl in the room excepting her. But let's take a closer look at this. Tom thought Star was in love with Marco, and because of that he wanted to give her some space. So that is the reason of why he was being so distant from her. Not because he wanted to glove snap her, but because after having tried so many times that Star fell in love with him, he just got to the conclusion that he wasn't going to get her love ever, and therefore he just wanted to leave her alone so she could live her life correctly. I know ignoring Star wasn't exactly the best way to tell her that he respected her decisions, even more because she got mad at it, but at least he was trying to respect the decisions she made, and this shows how well he knows his own emotions and feelings. He knows what to do, even though his decisions might be correct or incorrect, but he doesn't have any doubt on what he wants to do. Marco, instead, wasn't able to realize that he wasn't really in love with Jackie. After the battle for Muni, he was obviously still concerned about what had happened there, and to be honest, he wasn't very much paying attention to his life on Earth. Now, when he realized that he's been acting like a jerk, all because he had done some cool stuff in Muni, he tries to change his behavior and tries to make it up for Jackie, his girlfriend. But if we look at the episode Sophomore Slump, we find out that Marco isn't exactly honest with himself.
There's no place I'd rather be.
Take off your shirt.
Huh?
What? Just do it.
But now, why? It's just a...
Huh.
What? How did that get in there?
Let's talk.
Okay, I know this looks bad, but I'm fine. I can take it off anytime I want.
Look, today was awesome, and it's really sweet that you're trying, but if you're forcing yourself to stay in Echo Creek just so I'll be happy, then we'll both end up miserable. You do see that, right? So I figure now's a good time to give you an out.
I want to make this work. You're my best friend, Jackie.
Oh, Marco. We both know that's not true. Stay amazing, okay?
Jackie realized he was still thinking about Muni, and that he had changed his behavior not because he really wanted to, but because he didn't want to make her feel miserable. To which she tells him that if he is forcing himself to do all that stuff so she's not miserable, they both end up being miserable, and therefore it was better to break up. So it had to be Jackie the one who told Marco how he felt in order for him to realize his own feelings. What happens next is that Marco is finally free to go wherever he wants, and the best thing he finds to do is going to Muni, all because he finally realized he misses Star and that he wants to spend more time with her. Now, if you think of this decision is very selfish. Star went away telling him that she had a crush on him, and we know that's not the main reason of why she left. But the point is that he couldn't even give her an appropriate response, and now he's expecting her to receive him as if nothing of that had ever happened? Hey, he knows already that she has feelings for him. What is he expecting by going to Muni? To me, it seems like a very desperate attempt for not to be alone. I mean, I don't think Marco was aware of that. He most of the time does things not knowing his own feelings, but I personally believe that he was expecting some kind of a special treatment from Star, and even from that point, he was expecting to get Star in love with him again.
Yeah, but just the same, how about you princess me up something a little closer? Like, say, something in the castle?
Marco, just because I'm a princess doesn't mean I can do anything I want.
Yeah, but if I'm all the way down here, we're never even gonna see each other.
You don't appreciate anything I do!
Star? Wait, I didn't mean...
Now, even with this, Marco still hasn't realized that he has feelings for Star. He's just thinking that he wants to be by her side because she's his best friend. So, if we watch the episode Lava Lake Beach, we see that again, Marco wasn't able to see his own feelings before somebody else told him.
Come on, man. No! You're just making yourself miserable hanging around her.
You're right. You're the expert.
Well, yeah, I'm an expert in many things. Wait, what? What are you talking about?
How you're making yourself miserable hanging around Star.
What? Psh! What does Star have to do with it? If anything, I'm miserable because Jackie dumped me.
Marco, you didn't come here for the soul rise.
Yes, I did.
Oh, Marco. Marco.
Ah.
Shh. I've been watching you all night. You have feelings for your best friend, dude.
What? No.
Dude, you have dimensional scissors. You could be knocking back soda pops and crushing pizzas in any dimension. And you're choosing to live with your unavailable crush? When it comes to making yourself miserable, you are the master, bro.
No.
Hey, Marco, you okay?
No.
Buddy?
No.
Hey, did you talk to him? Marco!
My plans are falling apart.
It's okay. Ice cream melts, but our love is forever. I'd fight anyone for you, babe.
Would you fight me?
To the death.
I'm glad I found you, Skelly.
Me too, Skelly.
Being in love with your best friend is great.
Okay, so, did you see how he reacted? He was just trying to neglect his own feelings, and he didn't want to admit that he had feelings for Star. But wait, that this becomes even worse. In the episode Booth Buddies, Star and Marco get trapped in a photo booth after having taken many photos because Star felt the photos they were taking weren't honest photos that showed real friendship. Now, the thing is that the photo booth gets broken and this little guy here has to take the photo booth to his shop for repairing. After getting into the shop, Ben tells them that the photo booth is magic and that it can look deep into your soul. He's not directly saying that they have to take a photo that shows their real feelings, but he's implying it.
Well, I think I found your problem.
Really?
Now, this here photo booth ain't just any photo booth.
Is it magic?
It's magic! This booth can look deep into your soul, seeing all truths that lie beneath them pictures.
Wow. Well, what does it want from us?
Heck if I know. I ain't no magic photo booth.
I hate magic.
Marco!
Sorry.
I told you something was up with those photos, bub. I knew it. The booth knew it. Your face knew it.
What does my face know?
That we're not taking best friends' photos.
And so, Star tries to take another photo, and after getting the exact same result as before, she tells Marco the following.
Alright, what's going on here? You used to love the photo booth. You're my little camera hog.
I'm just worried about nachos. And call me crazy, but I didn't want to end up on a magical adventure today. But nope. Magical adventure.
Well, I like our adventures. And I thought you liked them too. And we only got one money left.
What? Way to go!
Photo booths are expensive. Plus, I gave a tip to Ben.
Much obliged.
This is all we got left.
You want to know what's different in this photo? This was before.
Before what?
Before you told me. You had a crush on me.
I just blacked out.
Go on.
Well, I was caught off guard by it, and then, like a Marco, I never brought it up again. And that stunk. I stunk.
Well, a lot was going on, but yeah, that stunk.
It's getting harder to end up on these adventures, pretending things aren't different.
Are they?
They are for me.
Oh. Like different? Well, no wonder we're stuck here hearing truth bombs like that.
Did you see it? Marco didn't say that because he wanted to. He just said that because the situation was forcing him to do it. If he hadn't been trapped with a star in that photo booth, he probably would have avoided that topic forever. Now, let's take a look to what happened next.
Weird question, but what do your guts feel like?
My guts?
Yeah, my guts were all like, you know?
My guts are more like...
Well, they do feel better after you talk about it.
Yeah, I guess.
Last photo. Anything you need to tell me?
No, but there's one last thing I need to do.
What's that?
Take the photo the booth is waiting for.
Go get him, Tiger.
Congratulations! 3 cheers for the happy new couple! Hip hip! Hip hip! Huzzah!
Star? I'm sorry, it's just the booth. It's magic! What?
That photo booth ain't magic! It's just a booth!
Did you trap us in there?
Look, I seen a lot of pictures in my day, and your photo showed 2 youngins who needed a smooch.
You trapped us in there.
I trapped you in there. Okay, back in the booth.
We kissed.
I thought the booth was magic,
You're my squire.
which is a job I take very seriously.
I have a boyfriend. His name is Tom.
I was just trying to get us out of here.
Hey. I'm glad you were honest with me. Just maybe not that honest.
I'm sorry.
At least it can't get more awkward.
This is what I dislike the most from Marco. He may have serious problems of self-confidence, and I understand that he can't make decisions without being sure of his feelings, but wait, he just kissed a star. It wasn't a star who kissed him. He kissed a star, and this goes beyond the point where he can say, "Hey, I'm just not sure of what I'm doing, please don't judge me," because that's not how it works. Last time that the star confessed her feelings for him, he didn't respond anything, and although I may not like it, at least he didn't do anything that involved anybody else. So, if he wants to be insecure, fine, it's his life, but this is different. This time he kissed a star, and that involves her in the subject. Even more because she has a boyfriend, his name is Tom. So, I really think that he shouldn't be apologizing over the kiss, because Star didn't push him away, and because of that we can conclude that she accepted that kiss. But no, he started to bring up excuses and apologized for something that he shouldn't. I mean, if you kiss a girl, you have to take responsibility for it. I think that apologizing after a kiss is one of the most coward actions a man can do, even more if she corresponded the kiss. And I know the reason behind this behavior. Marco doesn't want his friendship with the Star to end. But look, it's already dead. Since the Star confessed her feelings for Marco, they can't just pretend it didn't happen. Their relationship can't go back to normal. It just can't. But if I just said all of this, then why did I say at the beginning of the video that I'm a Starco fan? Well, look, love isn't about logic, it's about feelings, and no matter how many things Tom has done for Star, no matter how hard he tried to get her love, if she doesn't really feel anything for Tom, then it's just useless to be in a relationship that doesn't have any future. I mean, Tom has done almost everything he could to get Star's love, but even after that, it's obvious that the Star still have feelings for Marco. So I think that she should be with the one she really loves instead of the one who deserves her the most because of the thing he's done for her. I just wish that things weren't given to Marco so easily, because I think it's unfair. But in love, there's no such a thing as good or wrong. So even after all of this, I'm still a Starco fan, because I think people should be with the people they really love.